guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing great. So in today's video, we are going to learn something tricky. We are going to learn two elements in this video, which is assignment element and loop element. So this example is going to be a very big example and a bit complicated, but if you learn it correctly, it will gonna help you a lot in your practical scenarios and in your organization, in your company. So now without any further ado, let's dive straight into it. But before that, if you have not subscribed to this channel, a click on the subscribe button below will be awesome. Now without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so in this example, what are we going to do is we are going to create a flow in which we'll check, like in this scenario, we have 5 accounts. Okay, so we will check if every account has a contact already or not, or if account does not have any contact right now, we will create a contact for them. Okay, so for now we have 5 contacts from which we have added contacts in 2 of our accounts already, which are these. Let me show you. So in the account Edge Communications, we have 2 contacts, and in the account Monica, we have 3 contacts. Okay, so what are we going to do is we are going to check if the account has a contact, then it will skip it and it will go to the next account, and if the next account will not have an account, we'll create an account for them. Okay, so in this we have to loop through the account. That means we need the loop element. Okay, and I'll tell you how we can use the assignment element also. Now let's create a flow first. Let's go to our flow, click on the new flow button. Here basically you can choose a screen flow, or you can choose schedule flow also, like you can schedule it to a particular time, but we'll just click on the screen flow and I'll tell you how we can do it with screen flow. And let's select freeform. Okay, so first of all, just don't think of all the scenarios that we want to do. Let's go step by step so it will be easier to understand. First of all, what we want is we want all the accounts that we have in our organization. So let's get all the accounts first. So we will add get records element here. Just drag it. Okay, and in this we'll write get accounts. Make sure you write the appropriate name because this example is going to be tricky, so you have to add the name correctly. In the object we'll add account. Okay, and we want to fetch all the accounts. We don't have any conditions for that. Let's go down, all records, and done. So basically in this get record, we have got all the accounts. Now what we want to do, what is the next step? The next step is to loop through the accounts and check if the account has any contacts already. Okay, so we want to loop through the contacts. So this is the new element that we are learning today. Let's take loop. And in loop element, let's write loop through accounts. Okay, and in this we have to just add the collection variable, like the variable in which we have collection of accounts, which is this, our get record element. We'll go first to last and done. That is it. We don't have to add many things in the loop element. Okay, this is simple. Let's connect it. Now what we want to do, we have the account, we are iterating through the accounts. Now we want to check if the account has the contact. So for checking the contact, we want to get the contacts. Okay, so let's add a get record again, and in this we will check if the account has a contact or not. Okay, so basically we will write get contact. Here we will add the object name, which is contact. Okay, and in the condition we will check if the account ID, if the contact account ID equals to the ID of our loop account. Okay, so we are basically iterating the accounts. Okay, so one by one the account will check the contact, if the contact is there or not. So we will select loop through accounts loop element basically dot ID, which is the current account ID. Okay, this is the ID. Okay, that's it. And we want to select only the first record, because if we know that one record exists, then our work is done. We don't want to get all the records. Done. Now let's just connect that. Okay, so when you connect loop to an element, it will ask you you want to connect it for each item in the collection or after the last item. Okay, so we want to just iterate it. So we want to connect for the each item and click on done. After that, we'll check if the get record element has something or it is null. Okay, so for that we will take decision element, basically in this we'll check if the contact exists or not, if the get record in which we have fetched the contact has anything or not. Okay, so we will write checking if contact is there. Okay, and here also we will write checking if the contact exists. Okay, so here we are checking if the get record element has something. Okay, so for that we will write the get record element name, which is this. Okay, and we are checking if this element is null. Okay, if this element is null equals to true, that means that account does not have any contact. If this element is null equals to false, that means the account has a contact. Okay, so we are checking if the get record element is null, basically if the contact is not there. Done. Okay, what are we going to do if the contact is not there? We want to create a new contact. But remember, in loop, in a coding language also, when we write our code, it is the best practice to not use DML operations in loop. So it applies here also. This is the loop that we are working on. We can't add the DML operations in loop. So we can't do that like just check if the contact is not there and add a create record element simply to create a contact for that account. What we are going to do is we are going to create two variables basically. One variable will be for contact, single contact. Okay, this will be a record type variable, and for this object will be contact. Okay, and done. I'll let you know why we are creating this. The second variable will be the same, but it will be a collection of contact. Collection of contacts. The data type will be record. Object is contact. And because it is a collection variable, we have to check this checkbox, which is allow multiple values. Okay, and let's click on done. Now when it will check if the contact does not exist. Okay, let's connect that. After that, we'll not create a record. Instead of that, we'll just assign the contact values to the variable, and then we can insert it later. Okay, so let's take assignment. Assign contact values. So we are not creating a contact, but we are adding all the values that we want to add when we want to create a contact. Okay, so we have created a single variable, which is single contact. Now in single contact, you will add all the fields that you want to add in your create contact record. Okay, so like the first name, and first name should be the account's first name. Okay, so loop account dot name, and let's say second name we will add single contact dot last name. In last name we'll add like manually created from flow, like something like that we can understand that it is created from our flow. Okay, so let's say from flow, let's write it here. And the last but not the least, account ID. Okay, so single contact dot account ID, because we want to associate that account to the account ID. So we will say loop, which is basically the current account we are iterating through dot ID, and that is it. Okay, so after checking if the account does not have any contact, we will assign the values for the contact to a variable. Okay, okay, when we'll go to the decision, when we'll go from the decision to the assignment, it will ask which condition you want to choose. So we want to choose if the contact exists. Okay, so because this is loop, this will iterate through hundreds of accounts and it can create multiple contexts. Okay, so we want to add this assignment variable to a collection of variable because this is just one record. Okay, this variable can't contain more than one record. So what we'll do is we'll add another assignment. And we'll write assigning values to collection. Okay, and here we will just assign our single contact value to our collection of contacts. So here's collection of contact and we'll just add the row to it. Okay, so collection of contacts in which we are adding the single contact, and in single contact we have added all the fields that we want. Okay, so just click on done and just connect it. Okay, now after that the contact is added to the assignment. Now assignment will again go to the loop and all the thing will happen all over again. Okay, but what if the contact exists? Okay, this will happen if the contact does not exist. What if the contact exists? Then the decision will directly go to the loop with the default outcome that contact exists. So we don't want to add any assignment, add any contact to it. It will just skip the account and it will go to the next account. It will search that have any contact. Loop thing will happen all over again. Okay, but now what we have to do, we have all our assignment variables here. So collection variable, now we have multiple contexts. Now what we want to do when the loop finishes, for example, we have only 5 accounts. Okay, so the loop will iterate 5 times, but what will happen after the 5th time? Okay, so after the 5th time we want to create contacts. Okay, so basically if 2 accounts from the 5 accounts have the contact, okay, but the remaining 3 does not have any contact. So in assignment variable we should have 3 rows of contacts, right? But now it is not inserted in the database. We have to insert in the database too. Okay, so for that we have to use create records, creating contacts for account. And in this, it will ask you how many records you want to create. When you click on multiple, it will just ask you that add the record collection variable name that you have already created, of course. Okay, so here's a record collection variable, collection of contacts, and that's it. You don't have to add anything else. Now, when this will happen, after the last item in loop, you remember it was asking for each item or after the last item. So this will happen after the last item. Just look at it. Okay, so that is basically our flow. I know it was tricky, I know it was a little tough, but it is a very useful example for you all. Okay, so it was tricky, right? Let me just save it and show it to you if it works or not. Creating contact for account, let's save it. Okay, so this is saved, but we'll not add this flow anywhere in our application or anything. There's another thing that we can from which we can check if our flow is working, if everything is working right or not, which is this debug option. Okay, so let's go to that. When we click on debug, it will just run the flow as it will run on another app. So here's the screen. Okay, debug options, let's run it. And all done, the flow interview finished. Okay, and here you can see loop through context, created records, and transition committed. Okay, let's go to the accounts again. Okay, so here's the Sophia account details, and in context you can see we have a contact now, Sophia from flow. So how we can identify if it is created from our flow? Basically, do you remember we have added the last name as from flow? So in any contact, if there's from flow, that means that is created from our flow. So basically this is the contact that we have created from our flow. That's it for today. I hope you liked this example. This was a bit tricky, I can understand, but we have to learn something tricky also to ace the flow, right? We can't just do simple examples and say we have learned the flow. Okay, so there will be tricky examples, there will be simple examples, but you have to learn them all, and then only you can just ace the flow. Okay, so that is it for today. I'll see you super soon in my next video of this series. Till then, bye bye, take care and keep learning.